Ted brought me to Wheeling, West Virginia for the first time, and I put on a nice, skirt and top so I would look presentable to these future in-laws. And we had a lovely dinner at his mother's house, and then we got a beep around 10 or 11 o'clock at night for an emergency dental case. And I thought, oh, that seems kind of interesting. And Art looked at us and said, Ted, Ellen, will you assist? And I thought he was joking, but he wasn't. And so we got in the car, and he told us that normally he calls the police at this time because a lot of people want drugs. And so they call him late at night, and they go down, and they bang him over the head, and they take drugs from his office. So usually he calls police to help protect him. But he had us, so I felt ready. So anyway, we got there, and it was actually a really human drama story. There was a big Marine covered with tattoos who had a big black and blue mark here. He had been banging so hard at his tooth to try to knock it out, and he hadn't seen a dentist since Vietnam, and they hadn't given him any anesthesia, and they had pulled his teeth. Here we saw all these extractions today in the clinic, and it looked like the easiest thing in the world, but it had scared him for years, so he'd never gone to a dentist. And his girlfriend was there saying, please, help him. And we got up there, and they put the rubber gloves on me. I'm like, what am I going to do? And I was a little nervous. And what blew me away is the strength. I mean, my image, I don't think it's right, is Art had his foot on the chair to get leverage to pull this tooth out, which I don't think was true, but I'm trying to figure out, he did something to get leverage. I don't know, was it a foot or something on the chair? And there was blood and no drug robbery, so that was good. And all with this incredible calm. And this guy was so grateful. Tears to his eyes, how he did it so painlessly and so beautifully, and he took out cold cash and gave him twice the amount. And it just blew me away on when someone is really good at what they do, how helpful they can be. And it was a great introduction, and I've never worn a nice skirt down to Wheeling since, because you have to be ready, with the gloves and the blood and everything else. And that's how I first met Art.